Hello friends, thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad you found time in your day to be here with me, and we're gonna do a little continuation on ColourPop Holiday. If you saw the last video, you know that the eye look centered around a little holiday eye duo bundle thing that they put out. We used this Jolly Vibes kit for kind of a rosy look on the eyes. So we had the eye palette, which is a 5-pan, and then it came with that burgundy liner. So we did that, and I really did like the way that look turned out. And then I think the day after that, I wasn't shooting a video, but I just used this one called Sweater Weather. It comes with a dark brown liner, and I like the way my look turned out with this, although one thing to note is that this shade right here is essentially like a pure glitter. The other two are just shimmery eyeshadows, and these two are mattes. All in all, I still like the look I got. I just found that shade to be a little bit difficult and will require some special priming maybe. And then today, yes, this is a lip video. I'm just kind of giving you a little backstory here. I wore the third trio that's available called Naughty List. So we have these 3 cool mattes and then 2 very light shimmers. So it gives me a really different look. You know, I feel like I see my face and I'm looking at my eye look just in black and white, in grayscale. But I did enjoy using that. I was impressed that I didn't have any fallout. I was careful with that black. I did tap off my excess, but I also used the black liner as well on my upper lash line. I smudged a little shadow on the lower lash line, and then just wearing my Cleantopia mascara today. And also, I've been kind of getting back into this foundation, the NYX Bear With Me Blur. I wear the shade Light Neutral, and I've got that all over my skin. I'm wearing this berry blush from the LYS trio. This is called Unique, and my concealer is that concealer serum also from the Bear With Me line. I guess that kind of covers the high points, but I just wanted to let you know, all in all, I've enjoyed these little kits. There's really only one difficult shade that I've run into, and it's the glitter in the Sweater Weather kit. But the other element of this holiday stuff are these lip kits. We have liner trios and lippy sticks trios. They're kind of a thicker pencil, more precision than like a chubby stick type of thing, and also a little more precision and definition than your standard lipstick bullet. But there's 2 sets of those, 2 sets of liners, and I thought I'd just do a video on them. I was starting to use one of these the other day, and I thought, wow, I like the fact that they're putting in 3 different finishes in here with the lippy sticks. And honestly, as far as ColourPop goes, I feel like I use their shadows frequently. I love their larger palettes, especially that they do, but I hadn't really been on top of the lip stuff, so that's gonna be today's video. And you should definitely check their website to see the different ways in which you can take advantage of their holiday stuff. I think you can get the entire bundle. You can buy all of those eye palettes that I showed you with their liners for $54. These lippy pencil kits and lippy sticks kits are either $16 for the pencils, $18 for the lippy sticks, and then there are bundles of those that'll be $32 if you bought like the sticks and the liners together. So let's start trying these on. In Hugs and Kisses, you're getting Oh Snap, which is a matte finish. You're getting Toasty, which is a cream finish, and Hike House, which is a blur finish. And on the website, they look much more brownish in the picture, but I think they just have kind of a rosy look here as I hold them. They say it's a limited edition trio of our best-selling nude lippy sticks. Let's put on the cream first. This is called Toasty. So see how these are? They have a little twist-up design, and they're kind of cut angled. So instead of being that pointed tip like say a Super Stay Matte Ink crayon, these have a little flatness, a bit more like a traditional lipstick. And this cream is going on with very full color. It's kind of like the definition of a liner and the color of a lipstick in one. Kind of a soft vanilla scent with these. But there's what that cream finish looks like, 100% opaque. Feels like a soft dusty rose to me, and again, this is the shade called Toasty. I like that shade. I could see me wearing that a lot, working with a lot of different eye looks. I'm really glad I went so, I don't know, neutral with the eye look today. Okay, then let's do the matte. This is called Oh Snap. Oh yeah, this seems really nude. Okay, more nude than the packaging appears. Don't be fooled by the outer packaging. Nude matte, that's a nude I could see myself wearing. I would more than likely like add in another little color that's a little bit deeper, probably like one of the liners or one of the other shades of the lippy sticks, just to provide a little more contrast across the lips so they don't look so flat, because again, this is a matte finish, but definitely fully opaque as it crosses the lips. I like to see that, and I think it could be nicely combined with the cream that I just put on. And then there's this finish called Blur, and it's the shade called Hike House. And as I put this on, You know, I feel like it's showing up matte, but it just feels lighter as it crosses the lips. I really like the finish of this one. It's like a thinned out, lighter matte, almost as if your lips were stained this way, but probably more opaque than most stains you would just buy. Like I'm thinking about a Benetint or something like that. This one I feel has more brown in it. And if you look at all three swatched out here, that was the cream, that's the matte, and that's the one I just put on, the blur. So yeah, that's your first little trio, and it's the one called Hugs and Kisses. So I'm pleased with that. I really think that the outside doesn't tell the whole story at all. These are definitely soft nudes verging on, you know, we have that shade with a little rosiness. But yeah, I think it's cool that they put in the 3 separate finishes. And then we have the Kiss Me set of the liners. So since these are claiming to be kind of in the same color family, I'm gonna go ahead and try those on for you as well. The lightest one seems to be this shade called Another Round. Do a swatch of that. I'm feeling kind of a dusty peach vibe in this one. These are nice and soft. They're crossing the lips with ease. And I believe these are just sharpenable lip liners because there's no way to twist them up. But to me, this is kind of a dirty peach lip liner. I like that there's some depth in it because I think really light nude lip liners just aren't much of an advantage to anyone. And again, they say this is a limited edition trio of our best-selling nude lippy pencils. So let's move on to the one called Beeper. I remember when ColourPop was first putting out a bunch of lip colors, Beeper was a shade. So this one seems cooler, deeper. I think a lot of people would like this shade to kind of adjust their nude lips. I think this has some definite mauve qualities to it. I really like this color actually, and I could see me using this a lot in conjunction with any nude lip. It has considerably more depth than the last shade we put on, and I think that's always helpful in a liner. And then the last one we have here is BFF2, and as I swatch that out, it seems like a similar depth level to what I just put on, only more warmth. Like if we're comparing these to the hard candy lip liners, this one is closest to like First Move, and this one's gonna be more like Kiss and Tell, okay, the warmer take. But I gotta take this off first. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was very rainy here, but it certainly set the mood for the upcoming Halloween holiday, you know? The fall vibe to me is not the bright sunny day, it's the moody, rainy, get under a blanket type of feel. Okay, this again is BFF2. My lips are feeling it. They're like another lip liner. Yeah, I got 3 more, and 3 more lip colors. Kind of making up my lip line as I go because it's so kind of messed up from all this, but there's that shade. We see more warmth in it, toasty, kind of a cinnamon-ish liner right there with that last one, BFF2. I feel like the liners are nice, and you know if you're a liner kind of person, you know if you're interested in like building that liner stash that you have. But I will say that the lippy sticks, given their more precise format, they didn't really seem like they required liners. I think where the liners are most helpful in conjunction with these is adjusting color. If you want to do it that way, adding in a little more depth or a little more warmth or however you want to see that shade come off. But of course, these could be very useful for other shades in your collection, non-ColourPop stuff. But that's the Hugs and Kisses and the Kiss Me. You can buy them separately or together. I'm going to need to clean up my lips just a little bit with just maybe the teeniest bit of foundation. So this next kit is called Santa Baby of the Lippy Sticks, and this is their limited edition trio of our best-selling pink and red lippy sticks. And with that first set, they gave us 3 different finishes. Here we're getting 2 matte and a matte X. Let's try what appears to be the softest one first. This is called Brink. It's a matte. I just swatched it. It's seeming like a pretty classic pink. Even though it's matte, it feels creamy as it crosses the lips, not dry. As we kind of learned with the last set, the blur definitely has the same look on the lips as a matte, but crosses the lips feeling lighter. This has a nice kind of luxurious thickness and definitely full color with one swipe, and it looks matte, but it doesn't feel too dry. I like that shade. Feeling like a real classic pink, not getting so dark that it's into the berry range, but kind of a classic warm pink, I would call that. Then we have Bichette, and it's a matte, looking like a true cool red to me. Let's pop this one on. Okay, again with that matte finish, nice glide. And I will say, you know, a matte finish is the way I'd want to wear a shade this intense. Oh, this is pretty. Yeah, classic red, a little on the deeper side of things, you know? Not quite that pure bright fire engine red, but there's coolness in this and there is some depth. I really like that. I think a lot of people would find that shade very wearable for the depth that it has. And then this last one is the Matte X. And this is in the shade Gold Digger. Matte X. Feels like a deeper pink right there. It seems very full color, but I'm gonna determine here what makes it a Matte X. I would say there's even better glide with this. It's a little more full-bodied than the Blur from the last set. This feels perhaps a little more velvety in texture across the lips, where the other felt like, you know, look what I just did. I just gestured and I put some on my chin. I don't think that's ever happened before. Oh no. Touch it up. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, so let's look at this shade. I'm getting like a real merging of pink and red in this. Look at the swatch, it's right here. I thought it was gonna be deeper and almost a little bit more brownish, but I just feel a total pink-red mix in here, heavier on the red probably. But that finish, it's almost like there's a more velvety nature to the Matte X. As I was saying before I drew on my chin, the matte finish of lippy sticks feel like a classic lipstick that's just in a matte finish. I picture that coming off of like a Revlon cream lipstick, you know, that type of thing. But the Matte X feels like a different, almost more velvety finish. It had a nice glide, but maybe it's setting even more. Either way, it is fully matte. Everything in that Santa Baby kit is. And then those are your three colors. Again, we've got a classic pink, got a really nice cool red that does have some depth, and then this interesting shade that just, I think, kind of almost merges a pink and a red together. Certainly for colors that bold, I'm glad everything is some form of a matte in that set. Lips all cleaned off, and then we've got our Naughty and Nice liner set. So these are the two things that could be bought together if you wanted to. So we have Brink, Bumble, and Bichette. Two of those shades were in the lippy sticks. You can see those underneath, how they coordinate. Those first two shades are the same shade name, actually, as those. And then this is Bumble, the third one. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put those on for you, even though they're the same. My lips are super dry right now. I need just a little bit of some balm. I think this will M Cosmetics. Not enough to change the finish, but I just need a little moisture there. So this is your Brink lip liner. It's giving us that rosy lip. It's giving us a little bit of warmth, kind of like a stepped up nude. Nude stepping into pink. Then I'm gonna save that red one for last. Bumble. Let's try on Bumble. This is another shade name. Like I said, it's been a while since I've used a lot of ColourPop lip colors, but I remember the name Bumble being a thing when everything first came out. There's that. I'm getting a lot of berry out of the lip liner. I like this. I really like this shade alone all over the lips. I think the liners could be much more useful for definition purposes with these bolder shades, like getting the combo of the two sets. There's that red going on, a red with depth. There's that all over the lips. It's so pretty. Isn't that impressive that the liner can do that and not come off as really streaky, you know? Even after all these try-ons, overall some pretty dry lips right now. That liner alone looks really good. So yeah, once I started trying these sets, just kind of dipping my toe into some of these shades, I was like, I want to do the try on my channel. I'm really impressed by what's available here. So I feel like my favorite kit, in terms of what I'd probably get a lot of use out of, I like this little Hugs and Kisses lippy sticks set. You get that nude, like a deeper nude, and also that blur finish, which I thought was really interesting too. Getting that mauve nude and toasty nude in there. I think they can be really easily worn on their own. And a close second for me is the Santa Baby Lippy Sticks Trio, because again, they gave you all of these bold shades in a matte finish, and I think they are really nicely defining too. Granted, the liners can give you an extra crisp look. They did a good job coordinating between the two sets, so it makes sense to get them together also. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Another thing I just noticed here on ColourPop's website, they are re-releasing the Rudolph palette, which is a really cute palette. Actually, that entire Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer collection. But that palette is a nice mix of like neutrals. There's a little bit of red, there's a little bit of forest green in there, and I really like that one. That's something to look into, and I wish ColourPop would do that more with different collections that they make. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope this gives you a little extra info on these ColourPop lip sets, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.